A single false narrative might make you trend, but remember, it can also lead to your self-destruction. The danger of a single story. The recent arrest and indiscriminate prosecution by the police of journalists, bloggers, and in some cases, innocent people. Anyway, not be innocent, DBL. For cyber stalking, brings to mind again the need for circumvention in citizen reporting and blogging these days. With the advent of social media, almost everybody now with a phone is a media outlet or a journalist, content creators. Even conventional media houses now create platforms for citizen reporting. And a lot of non-journalists, you remember, have made more fortune practicing online journalism than those who originally studied journalism. Anyway, that's a story for another day because some people, they debate I'm now, who will be journalists, who will not be journalists. But my major concern today is to remind most people, especially innocent bloggers, who see journalism and citizen reporting as a tool for better society, of the need for a thin line between citizen reporting, constructive criticism, cyber stalking, and criminal defamation. Because even trained journalists sometimes fall prey, and media outlets are sued. So for me, most times I navigate. So that's why as a lawyer, I give an update on how to navigate this through this citizen reportage to avoid cyber stalking offense and how to balance the other side. Before you go public, always ask yourself, do I have the other side of the story? Are there any doubt in the story? Are the supporting document of the story one-sided? Who is the author of this story? Can we talk to the other side? And then if we are wrong, will this narrative be irredeemable? Can a follow-up story or an apology compensate for the damages? And also, if we are confronted with the truth, are we ready to do a rebuttal and an amendment to the story? And especially in this period of AI, also find out if the story or evidence is AI generated. So that way, you will not only keep yourself out of trouble, but also avoid the danger of going to jail. Because Section 24B of the Cybercrime Act says any person who knowingly or intentionally send a message or other matters by means of computer system or network that he knows to be false for the purpose of causing annoyance, inconvenience, danger, obstruction, insult, injury, criminal intimidation, enmity, hatred, ill will, or needless anxiety to another, causes such a message to be sent, commit an offense under this act, and if liable upon conviction for a term of no more than 3 years imprisonment. So why would you want to go to jail for a story that you can just do verification? So take my personal experience, for example. We recently did a video on Ministry of Interior about a cancelled maintenance contract, which was awarded on the 30th of May 2023, a day after the exit of Buhari's administration. The contract originally, though, was a build, operate, and transfer of data automation infrastructure contract awarded in 2018, which lapsed in 2023. So after the video, while rewatching before posting, even though my producer had shared with a couple of people, I hesitated a bit and thought to do more research to avoid, the single story folly. But our research, subsequently discovered that unlike the single narrative of the cancellation, which we had, there are so many other stories behind the story. That are why sometimes, not everything person see online, they believe. Apart from the fact that the contract was awarded a day after the exit of Buhari's administration and before the appointment of ministers, the federal government had to, as a measure of combating forensic insecurity, massively expand the scope of the job to be done. So consequently, the federal government cancelled the contract with a single carrier and re-awarded to a team of consortium, who, in line with the federal government's new directive, established a special purpose vehicle known as Value Optimization Services Limited to protect the government fund in the event of any third-party liability against the concessionaire. And to achieve a seamless transition from the initial company, that's Anchor Data Solution, to the new company now, that's Value Optimization Services, the new minister, Olubimi Ojo, actually facilitated a roundtable resolution and collaboration amongst the parties, and the matter had been resolved. Hence, the document flying around in the social media, which we initially drew our narrative from, were all one-sided and actually not correct. So we just called the man name for nothing. But you don't go blame me, Sha, because ours is to raise awareness about things not going on well in the government with the hope of a correction. So, Minister, no blame us. We want a better society. But now that we know the better story, we have come to say, okay, this is the way it is. Anyway, the matter no end there. And like I said earlier, our investigation also revealed that another reason for the cancellation apart from security reason, was because the Ministry of Interior's new iOS system is now designed to provide a structure and control mechanism for sharing relevant data with other agencies of government while maintaining the integrity of the information. So that means that all the ministry's modules, starting from the electronic visa, landing and exit card, advanced passenger information, migration information, management system, citizen and business, the single travel emergency passport, temporary work permit, the guard management system, combined expatriate residence permit and alien card, that's the one they call CEPAC, passport management system, marriage administration, amongst other systems, would now be connected and integrated with a centralized interior management and administration system they call CIMAS to facilitate data sharing with other security agencies and also ensure seamless interagency collaboration and intelligence exchange, which made this project bigger than the scope of the former project. So now we they argue, say, oh, there be security there, we have not, how come you share data here, data scatter here, gather here, but now the ministry is saying we want to put everything in one place. So any agency looking for can get it. So now imagine if we had gone ahead to publish and push that one-sided story without verification, the damage to this laudable idea would have been enormous, despite our complaint that we want a better story. So my own is, I would therefore advocate, as admonished by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, on the danger of a single story. Before you post, always ask yourself, is this a single story? Because a lie consistently told might soon sound like the truth, but I can tell you, it can never take the place of truth. And remember, negative story they sweet for a year when it's about others. Now, when it happened to you, you go know, so gogoro and water get the same color, but they know they do the same work. So we had pushed a narrative and we are more aware now, and we came to balance the story. Anyway, Moku rest time here, no talk too much. For more of our advocacy, kindly follow us on all our social media platforms, like and share, and don't forget to let us, hear your thoughts. And like I always say, ours is not just to criticize and condemn. We're confronted with superior fact. We always endeavor to do a continuation to balance our story. And that's what differentiates us from others. See you next week.